You set the goal. You mean it this time. You clear the desk, open the laptop, write the first line, and then nothing. You check your phone. You make coffee you don't need. You reorganize something that was already organized. Hours pass. The goal sits there, patient and unkillable, and you sit across from it, doing everything except the thing. And the part that hurts most isn't that you failed, it's that you watched yourself fail, in real time, knowing exactly what you were doing, powerless to stop it. Most people call that laziness, a character flaw, a weakness to overcome with more discipline, more willpower, a better morning routine. But what if that's completely wrong? What if the thing sabotaging your life isn't your enemy at all? In her book, The Mountain Is You, Brianna Wiest makes a point that fundamentally changed how I understand this. She argues that self-sabotage is not self-destruction, it's self-protection. The part of you that keeps getting in your own way isn't trying to ruin your life. It's trying, desperately, clumsily, to keep you safe. That idea sounds almost too forgiving at first, but stay with it, because once you really see it, you can't unsee it. Here's where things get interesting. Every behavior that looks like failure from the outside was, at some point, a solution. The procrastination that kills your productivity? It started as a way to avoid failure. If you never fully try, you can never fully fail. The emotional walls that push people away? They were built after someone got too close and did damage. The self-doubt that strangles your ambition before it can breathe? It showed up the first time you were told your dreams were too big, and it stayed, because the world seemed to confirm it. These aren't random glitches. They are logical responses to real pain. The problem is, the pain is old now, but the response never got that memo. Think about it this way. Imagine a child who learns that wanting things leads to disappointment, that hoping out loud makes you a target, that being too visible, too ambitious, too yourself is dangerous. That child develops a very sensible strategy. Want less, expect less, stay small. It works. It protects them. It gets them through. Then that child grows up. The danger passes. The world changes. New opportunities appear. But the strategy doesn't update. Because strategies built from pain don't retire. They just run quietly in the background, invisible, automatic, still doing their job long after the job description changed. The part of you sabotaging your life is that child, still working, still protecting you, from a pain you've already survived. This is exactly what Wiest was pointing toward when she described self-sabotage as a coping mechanism that outlived the wound, and it reframes everything. Because you can't fight your way out of a protection mechanism with more force. Shame doesn't deactivate it. Discipline doesn't dismantle it. The only thing that actually reaches it is understanding. The surprising part is that most people are trying to solve the wrong problem. They think the mountain is laziness, or fear, or lack of discipline. So they attack themselves harder, set stricter rules, repeat the same cycle with new vocabulary, and nothing changes. Not because they aren't trying hard enough, because they're trying hard in the wrong direction. Here's the uncomfortable truth underneath all of this. The things you call your worst qualities, the avoidance, the self-doubt, the way you shrink right before a breakthrough, those were once your best qualities. They were your survival tools. You didn't develop them because you were weak. You developed them because you were smart enough to respond to what your environment was teaching you. What you were calling weakness had, somewhere along the way, been your greatest strength, and the two had been tangled together so long you couldn't tell them apart anymore. So the real question isn't, how do I stop sabotaging myself? The real question is, what is this behavior still trying to protect me from? What does this part of me believe will happen if I actually succeed? If I actually let someone in? If I actually try with everything I have? Because there is an answer. There always is. And it usually sounds like something a very young, very scared version of you believed with total certainty. You'll be abandoned. You'll be humiliated. You'll lose yourself. You'll be too much, or never enough. Those beliefs feel true because they were true once. In one room with specific people at a specific age. but you are not in that room anymore. There is a particular grief that lives in this realization. Not the grief of losing something. The grief of understanding that you have been protecting yourself from a threat that no longer exists. And that you've missed things, real things, while standing guard. And still, you kept watch. That's not something to hate yourself for. That is something to understand. And understanding it, really sitting with it, asking what this pattern once saved you from, thanking it honestly for what it did, that is how you begin to loosen its grip. Not by going to war with yourself, by finally introducing who you are now to the part of you still living in the past. This is the mountain Wiest is actually talking about, not the obstacles outside you. The version of you that hasn't been told, clearly and kindly, that the hard part is over, that you made it, that it's okay to want things again. So here is what I want to leave you with. Not an answer, a question worth sitting with. What would you attempt? What would you actually let yourself want if the part of you standing guard finally believed you were safe? If this landed with you, The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest is worth your time. And if you want more essays like this one, subscribe. There's a lot more coming.